So in this video, we are going to learn how to shorten new Google Doc links and save to Google Sheet. Now suppose guys you are creating some new documents in Google Docs and you want to add the details of those new documents into a Google Sheet, but also you want to shorten the links, the URLs of those documents using Bitly. You want to add the shortened URL into your Google Sheet. So guys, let me tell you, you can actually automate this process. So in this automation, whenever a new document will be created in Google Docs, automatically the details of that document will be captured and the link of that document will be shortened using Bitly. We are going to create a short link for that. And after that, after creating the short link, we are going to add the details of the document and the short link as a new row into your Google Sheet. So how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Docs to Bitly to Google Sheets. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we have to get the details or the data of new document which we are creating in our Google Docs account inside Pabbly Connect. So we are going to connect our Google Docs account in this trigger window, and whenever a new document will be created in Google Docs, automatically the details of that newly created document will be received inside Pabbly Connect with the documents link, with the documents URL. After that, using Bitly in the next step, in the next action step, using Bitly, we are going to shorten that URL, the link of that document, and at last, we are going to add all of those details of a new document with a short link as a new row in our Google Sheet over here. So in Google Sheet, we will be adding the document name, the date and time, that at what date and time the document was created, the long link, the complete link of the document, and also the Bitly short link. So let's see how it is done. We'll just begin with our trigger window, and here in Choose App, search for Google Docs. Just select it. After selecting Google Docs in trigger event from the drop down, here you can see that we have 2 different trigger events. First one is the new document and second one is the new document in folder. So if you want to set up this automation for creating new document into a specific folder in your Google Drive account, then in that case, you can use this second trigger, new document in folder. But I want to get the details of each and every document I create in my Google Docs account. So that is why I'm going to select new document as the trigger event. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Google Docs account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this sign in with Google button. Select your Google Docs account, scroll down and click on allow. And as we click on allow, we will see our Google Docs account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, here you can see that there is a button named as Save and Send Test Request. When we are going to click on this button, the details of the most recent, the latest document, the last document which we have created in Google Docs, the details of that doc will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So let's see. Just click on this Save and Send Test Request button, and after clicking on it, here you can see that we have received some response from Google Doc. And when we will scroll to this response, we will see the details of the most recent document. So here you can see that I have my account name, my account details, and after that here you can see the name of the document. Here is a response of name and you can see automation and integration. This is the document, this is a Google Doc which I have created just now few minutes ago. The last doc which I have created in my Google Docs account. We have received the details of that doc over here. So you can see the name of the document, you can see the modified time over here. If the document is shared to multiple peoples, you can see 2 different responses. First one is the last modified date and time, and second one is last modified by me time. So when was the last time you have modified this document, made changes in this document. Then we'll scroll further and you can see some other details for the same document. Like you can see the different types of link. Here's a plain text link. Here's the HTML link of this document. You can see the PDF link. So here are the different types of link for the very same document. If you copy any of this link and paste it in a new tab, like we have copied the PDF link, and let's paste it in a new tab. And the PDF file of the same document has been downloaded on my system. So these links are of the same document as well. And here guys, you can see created time, that at what date and time this document was created in my Google Docs account. And this date and time is in UTC time zone. So right now I'm in India, and in India we follow Asia Kolkata time zone. But this date and time which we have received in response is in UTC time zone. So we also wanted to add the created date and time. So we are going to change the format as well as the time zone of this date. And how we are going to do this? We'll see this in the later part of this video. So here in response, you can see that we have received all the details of this new doc which we have created in Google Docs. And here you can see a link or URL named as web view link. When we'll copy this link and paste it in a new tab, you will see the same document will open in Google Docs in front of us. So here guys, in response, you can see that we have received multiple links. Different types of links are received in response, like PDF link, zip link, HTML link. And out of all of this, you have to select the link. You have to select the URL to which you want to shorten using Bitly. So we have this web view link, and I want to shorten this particular web view link using Bitly. So let's see how it is done. Now here guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we are going to shorten this URL, this link using Bitly. For that, we'll just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose app, search for Bitly. Just select it. After selecting Bitly, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as shorten link and then click on connect. Select add new connection, and here guys, we have to connect our Bitly account with Pabbly Connect. So to make this connection, click on this connect with Bitly button, and because I have already logged into my Bitly account in my browser, here you can see that it has detected the same account and it is asking us for the authorization permission. Just click on allow and we will see our Bitly account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the group. That in which group of our Bitly account we want to use, using which group we want to shorten this URL. So right now in my Bitly account, I have only one group named as this. So that is why we have selected this particular group over here. And then it is asking us for the long URL. That what is the long URL to whom we want to shorten using Bitly. So we wanted to shorten this particular web view link from here. So we are going to map this particular link, whatever link from the response you want to shorten using Bitly, we have to map that particular link over here in this long URL section. So here guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Google Doc of a new document. Here you can see the web view link and also the other links in other formats which we have received. And out of all of these responses, we have to select the link which we want to shorten. So let's select this web view link and map it over here. Now after selecting the group and mapping the long URL, just click on save and send test request. Now after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received another response from Bitly. And in this response, you can see the short link over here. This was the long link which we have given to Bitly, and it has given us a short link for the same. Let's copy this short link from here and paste it in a new tab. And when we paste this short link in a new tab, you can see that the exact same document whose response we have received from Google Doc as a new document, the exact same document is open in front of us. This means Bitly has successfully converted this long link into this particular short link. Now after this, we wanted to add these details of a new document with the short link to Google Sheet. So we'll move to that step. But before that, we also wanted to add the creation date of this document. Like here in response, we will see we have received a response of created date and time. That at what date and time this document was created in our Google Docs account. And we wanted to change the time zone of this date and time because this date and time is according to the UTC time zone. And I'm in India and I wanted to add the date and time according to Indian time zone, the Asia Kolkata time zone. So to change this format and the time zone of this date, what we are going to use? We are going to use a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect that is called date time formatter. So after the bit.ly step, just click on this add action step and then here in choose app, search for date time formatter. Select date time formatter and then in action event from the drop down, select the action event as format date with time zone. Click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks us is the date, that what date it is to whose format and time zone we want to change. So we want to change the format and time zone of this particular date. So we are going to map this date over here in this field of date. And as we all saw, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and from the drop down from Google Doc responses, map the response of the create time. So here guys, we'll just search for that particular response. Here it is, the response of date and time. Just select it and map it over here. Then it is asking us from format. So we saw this date and time is in pretty complex format. So we are going to just change the format of this date as well. And it is asking us that in which format this date and time is present right now. So in the drop down here you can see a long list of different formats of date and time. Out of all of this is the particular format in which this date and time is present right now. So that's why we have selected this format. Then it is asking us for the to format, that in which format we want to convert the date and time. So from the drop down, we can select any desired format of our choice. Like for example, this is the format of day, month, year, hours, minutes and seconds. This is a pretty simple format. So let's select this format over here. Then it is asking us from time zone, that in which time zone this date and time is present right now. So as I told you, this date and time is present in UTC time zone. So from the drop down, we are going to search for UTC time zone and select it. And in to time zone, we have to search or we have to select that in which particular time zone we want to change this date and time into. So we want to change the date and time into Asia Kolkata time zone, the Indian time zone in which I am right now. Basically, in to time zone, you can select any time zone of your choice. And after this, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And in this response, you can see the day, month, year, hours, minutes, and seconds. The exact date and time, that at what date and time this document was created in our Google Docs account. So we have converted the format and time zone of the create date as well. Now after this, in the last step, we wanted to add all of these details into a Google Sheet. For that, just click on this Add Action Step button and then here in Choose App, search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Add New Row. Just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. So to make the connection, just click on this Sign In with Google button and then select your Google Sheets account. After selecting the account, scroll down and click on Allow. And as we click on Allow, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. So here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets which I have created in my Google Sheets account. Out of all of this, I have this particular sheet, a dedicated sheet named as New Documents. And in this particular sheet, I want to add the details of the new document with the short link which we are creating in Google Docs. So here from this drop down, select the spreadsheet in which you want to add the details. After selecting the spreadsheet guys, the next thing it asks us is to select the sheet. So here in this spreadsheet, you can see right now there is only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That is why from the drop down, we are going to select Sheet 1 over here. Now it is asking us document name, that what will be the name of the document. Then it is asking us created date time, long link and short link. So in our Google Sheet, we have created 4 columns of data. And you can see all the same 4 columns over here as fields inside Pabbly Connect. So one by one, we have to actually enter or map the data over here, that in which column, in which particular cell or in which column we want to add what data. So the first column is of document name. So we wanted to add the name of the document, just click here. And from Google Doc responses, we are going to map the response of the name of the document. So here is the response of the document name, just select it and map it over here. So whatever name we are going to enter while creating the document in Google Docs, the same response, the same name will be received inside Pabbly Connect and the same name will be added in Google Sheet as well. Now it is asking us create a date and time. So using date time formatter, we have changed the format and the time zone of the document's created date. So from the drop down, from date time formatter responses, we are going to map this response. Then it is asking us the long link. So from Google Docs, we have received the long link of the document. The web view link in the long format is received from Google Docs. So from Google Doc responses, we have mapped the long link, and using Bitly, we have converted that long link into a short link. So from Bitly responses, we are going to map the short link over here. And after this, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here we have received some response from Google Sheets. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, this data has been added as a new row in our Google Sheet. Means we have the name of the new document which we have created in Google Docs, we have the date and time, we have the long link and the Bitly short link over here in the Google Sheet as well. So let's check it. We'll just go to the Google Sheet. And yes, here you can see that the same details of the new document are now added as a new row in a Google Sheet. Here you can see the name of the document, automation and integration, the same name. The same date and time, that at what date and time the document was created in our Google Docs account. Here you can see the long link of that same document and here is the short link. And you can just click on the short link and the same document will open up in front of us. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now, every time a new document will be created in our Google Docs account, automatically the details of the document will be added with the shorten link, Bitly shorten link into a Google Sheet as a new row. So guys, after setting up this automation, let's test it. We'll once again go to the Google Doc account and here guys, we are going to create a new document. For example, I'll just like to name this document as test document. Test document. This is the name. And I'll just add some content. We are testing this automation. So this is the text which I have added. And after this guys, here you can see that just now we have added or created a new document in our Google Docs account. And after this, within 10 minutes guys, we will see the details of this new document will be added in our Google Sheet. And it takes basically 10 minutes because here in Pabbly Connect workflow in the Google Docs trigger, you can see that it is written every 10 minutes. This trigger will check for new data in every 10 minutes. This means Pabbly Connect will go to a Google Docs account every 10 minutes and check that whether a new document is created in last 10 minutes or not. And if we have created any test document, any new document, then the details of that document will be captured inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will start. It will get triggered. So what we have to do, we just have to wait for 10 minutes over here. Okay, so we have successfully waited for 10 minutes over here. Now let's check our Google Sheet. So we'll just come to the Google Sheet and yes, here you can see that in a Google Sheet, a new row of data is added. In this row, you can see the name of the document is test document. After that, you can see the same date and time. You can see the long link of the document. When we will click on this long link, the same document will open in front of us. And also we have the Bitly short link with us in the next column. And this is the exact same document's short link which we have converted using Bitly. Now this means guys, the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine and we have tested this automation in real time. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.